Recently, I made mini vlogs for 75 days leading up to a May 30th bodybuilding show, and we'll talk about how I did in that show in my next video, because first we'll talk about the structure of bodybuilding. So in general, there's two types of bodybuilding shows you can compete in. There's natural shows and there's untested shows. First, untested, as the name suggests, you can take anything and everything that you want. Steroids, SARMs, GLP-1s, diuretics, literally anything. They won't test for it, so you can take it. In natural shows, you can take none of those things. There's a list of hundreds of compounds, injections, supplements that you are not allowed to take and be a natural bodybuilder. So first we'll talk about untested shows, because that's kind of the gold standard for bodybuilding. It's the one sport where people are strongly encouraged to take special supplementation. So the gold standard for bodybuilding is going to be the IFBB Pro League. To get to IFBB, you have to start with competing in National Physique Committee shows, NPC shows. So that's the show that I did on May 30th. Now, I knew I wasn't going to win that show as a natural bodybuilding. I have zero shot against many dudes on special supplementation, but I needed a little bit of a tune-up for a natural bodybuilding show I'm going to do later this year. So in National Physique Committee, there's 3 divisions. There's men's physique, there's classic physique, and there's bodybuilding. So men's physique is the dude that wear board shorts down to their knees. Classic physique is the guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chris Bumsteads. They have big, broad shoulders. They wear underwear, big V-taper, tight waist, big chest, big sweeping quads. And then there's bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is basically get as big, muscular, and lean as humanly possible. So first you choose your division. So I choose classic physique. So within classic physique, there are different classes that you can compete in. So there's true novice, which means you've never competed in an NPC show. There's novice, which means you've never won an NPC show. And then there's the open classes. So the open classes are generally A, B, C, D. So these go by height and by weight. So for me, I'm 6'1". I compete in open class D, which has a weight cap of, I think it's 224 pounds for men's classic physique. So you choose that division, whatever you want. So I chose open. Actually, I chose novice. I'd never won an NPC show before. There are 12 competitors in my class. I compete against them. If I would have chosen open class, I can compete in that. If I win my open class, I compete for the overall against all classic physique competitors. And if I win the overall, then I get my IFBB Pro card.